How are you doing? I've been off for a while. I did make a video in between this one and the last one where we were on with the fin, but it had a glitch in it and would not upload. So there was that. Also, I was waiting for the shrink wrap, which I'll show you how to apply that after. Also, it's bloody cold in here because it is in the middle of winter still. So I've had a bit of a layoff, but now we're back to it. Things I haven't shown you yet then, because obviously it looks as if I've got a long way, but I've basically sprayed it over, which is a story in itself. Right, here we go. I don't want that. This bit here. I never showed you any of the paper and how to make all of the shapes. Essentially, it's a bit like the wood. You go until you get a bend in it, or until you get a wrinkle or a shape you can't make, and then you stop and then you start again. So it's just a matter of sticking it on like that. But when you get to the back, I found the easiest way was to lay it up to wherever you were going to restart it from, say like there, and just score it in with your finger. Can you see that? No? Right. Score it in with your finger, snip around that and glue that on. Then you would go onto the top bit, do that, and again snip around it and glue it on. So it is in little bits, rather like sort of the plywood and the balsa wood. Now we come to the painting. I'll make the mistakes so you don't have to. I started off with a basic primer. It's just a spray paint primer for car repairs and what have you. Once that was dry, I decided on grey hammerite, smooth hammerite, which is okay, but it's really thick stuff, and it had a lot of streaks in, so it kind of looked a bit crap. So what I did then, I kind of rubbed it down, and I got this stuff, which is just like metallic-y paint. I think it's for spraying over appliances. So I sprayed it on, but it reacted with the hammerite underneath, so then I had to prime it again, and then I've added that on. So there's been a fair amount of hassle, but not a lot of change to the plane. But anyway, the fuselage is done now, along with the wing mounting, like that. What else was I going to show? Oh yeah, I also made up the stabiliser and the rudder. That's another thing with it. Be careful of it, because it has a hole underneath. It has a nasty habit of slipping off and ending up on the floor. So just watch out for that, as you can see there. Right, now I didn't show you this, how to make this, because if you can make that, you can certainly make this. It's the same old way. You remove that out of the plan, and you get the strip wood, stick it all onto there. When it's lifted off, you just kind of rub it down. Now this is where there's a little bit of a problem here on the plan, because the distance between there and there is the exact same distance as there to there, but you can see there's a recess. So what happens is, you start to push this through, and you only get to about there, of course, and you can't actually get it any further through. Now you could slice out the back and slide it through, but I thought that'll be removing strength out of it. So what I'll probably do is get it in, I'll add on this shrink film, then I'll slice out a piece so it'll fit through, and then I'll stick the piece back on. I think that'll be the best way to do it. Now, also didn't show you how to make that, but again, you can't really make this on the plan though. If you can see over there, that's the rudder itself. So what you do, you make the spine out of 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces onto the plan, and that's your spine made, but the rest of it is a block of balsa which is shaped that way, and then the ribs. Easy enough done though, absolutely easy, you know, when you look at this thing here. Now we're going to do this shrink wrapping, which is, it's excellent stuff, because I mean you look at that, it's like a drum. I'll just show you how that's done if you don't already know. Right, I don't think there's anything I need to bring you up to speed on. Right, we'll get on with that. So we snip out a piece roughly the shape of the stabiliser. I've already done that side because you just sort of wrap it around and then the next bit lying over that and overlap it. Oh, incidentally, does anybody know how you get more hits onto a video? I mean, I was on this morning and I was just sort of watching some stuff. There's a guy there, he's connecting a battery to an LED and he's got like 500,000 hits. It just seems strange. I did get an email off a person who said if you want more hits, you go onto a site and it automatically hits on your particular vid so many 100,000 times. But as soon as the email arrived, YouTube suspended his account or her account or whoever it was and removed the email. But I'm just curious because there seems to be a hell of a lot of videos out there that are just nothing and they've got absolutely tons and tons of hits. And after all, I'm making a plane and I'm handing away a free plan. But anyway, let's get back on to the job in hand. So you do that, you peel off the backing. Here's the backing, like that. Now it's not sticky until you apply the heat source. So you're okay. But just make sure there isn't anything on there like oil or dirt or dust, otherwise it won't stick properly. Just lay it on enough to overlap all the way around. Get your iron and just iron is on as it says, and just run it along like that as if it's a shirt, and as it irons it down it melts the glue but also it shrinks it. So that's that ironed down, and as you can see you get a pretty good kind of a drum skin effect on it. You would just snip off the excess around the edges like this, and then you would iron that down. Perfect. Also, you may find after it's shrunk it may distort sort of the shape you've ironed it onto, like it may screw that around either way like that. If it does, all you do is you get a heat source like a halogen heater or whatever. You hold it in the opposite direction, hold it up to the heat. When the wrinkles go out of it, lift it away from the heat, and it'll stay in the position that it's supposed to be in. Anyhow, that's that. Next stage, I'll be fitting this into the fuselage along with the snake and all the rest of it. I may show you that. It's not that big a deal. I've already showed you it slotting through. And then it's the wing after that. Okay, see you next time.